Okay, I just want to show some of the apps that I use for the iPad in my classroom. So, open up school. In the Apple's iTunes store, the App Store, there's a lot of different educational ones, and there's just tons out there that are just strictly like to help the students in the classroom. One that I really use a lot is this math reference. I can open that up. I usually tell any of my students that have an iPad or even a iPhone or iPod, you can use it. You can see it goes through tons of different classes. So even my algebra students can see basic information. Here's information on absolute value. It's kind of tough for them to understand the concepts that are going on, but it actually works really well for my calculus class. They forget some of the trigs. They can see the unit circle here, and it's filled out already for them. And they can even see basic derivatives and integrals. So you can see the derivative functions, and there's a table of the derivatives. It's a nice one just to help them out. Ones that I use a lot, especially for my calculus class, since this is my first year teaching, is this Note Plus program. Basically, it's like a giant notepad, and it's one of the better ones out there. You can see I have a collection, and I'll open it up here, of all my calculus notes so far. And I have it sorted up through the first chapter. We're only through our first 3 chapters, and you can see I can open it up, and I can open up to chapter 2, and these are just notes that I've made, and each section is broken up to each day. So there's the first section on day 1, and the nice thing about this and other note-taking programs is that, I don't want to do that. When I go through the notes, most note-taking programs or apps that are on there, you pretty much are just limited to your screen. This one you can zoom in and really edit, and so it's like writing on a piece of paper. What's really nice about this is you can go through then even record your voice on the notes, and you can also send the notes through the email. I've done this a couple times for my calc students that have missed a day. I can go through and just ask them what day did they miss and just email it to them. I also put links to these. I can save these as a PDF file and save them onto my website for my classroom. One thing that's nice about it, you can use that for notes, but you can also use that for professional development. You can also just keep track of students, records, and everything's saved on here, so you can create different files for each student. And if you ever have a problem, you can just pull up that student's file and you can just recall anything from them. One thing that I've been working with the technology director at the school is we're working, me and a couple other teachers, using the iPads for formative and summative assessments. I have a couple here, and I'll put links on this video to their websites. Ones that we're working right now is with Bubble Sheet, and basically, although I do not have a premium version, put a couple photos on here, the students can go on and type in the test ID and go ahead and take a test and bubble everything in, and all their answers will be sent back. There's also a couple other ones, V-Clicker and the student teacher down at the bottom as well. Pretty much do the same thing. Students can answer multiple choice questions, get the results instantly, and then the results are sent back to the teacher on their site. Those all require an extra fee for their membership, so we're kind of working with the school to find the cheapest app for it. Okay, one other program that I really like to use in my classroom is the Show Me app, and I'll click it here and open. Oh, I already have one open. I'll press done. The Show Me app actually allows the students to write and record anything and save the file pretty much as a small video file. So I'll open this one that I made. But you can see it's a movie, and the students can record their voice over it. But here we have a student solving a systems of equations. So they go through and they're writing down the problem. They can explain what's going on step by step. They could also start out with the problem and film and record. They can pause anytime. It's really nice. These files are just sent back to you. They can upload those videos files on the website or just email them to the teacher. It's just, once again, a nice way. It's more interactive for the student and pretty nice for the teacher. Just different things to do to get them used to the technology. Okay, so this is the app I use most often. I use this app every day, or just about, in my classroom. It is also the #1 app on the education part of the App Store, and it is Jump Desktop. So I will open it up, and basically Jump Desktop allows you to control any computer that you're connected to, as long as you have an internet connection. This is kind of weird. I'm going to connect to the one at my house, so I'll hit that one. And basically, through a connection of the internet, I am now able to control my computer. So here I can go through and I can click and I can minimize that and everything. So this is extremely nice for the classroom. Basically, I can have my class set up beforehand, and I can go through, and as I'm checking homework, I can open up any note file that I want, or I can here open up the internet, and basically the students are looking at the front of the board at the projector while I am walking around the room. Just the uses of this is incredibly nice. I can sit in the back of the room with the knuckleheads and make sure they're on task while everybody's attention is up front, as you can see through my Gmail. I can also use this as a stylus, and I can open up the Mimeo notebook in the classroom. I can write on it. The kids even get excited if I let them use my iPad so they can write on this, and it appears back up on the board. It's just extremely useful, extremely handy, and just makes me so much more versatile and flexible in the classroom. It's one of those that I thank God that I have this one.